Hello guys, welcome to the channel and welcome again to Let's Play. And we are returning to an old friend of mine. We're returning once again to 2025 and robocraft. I want to see in 2025 if this game is still as popular as it was when it first came out. Now robocraft is not a new game. This game's been around for a long time. Let's see if it still has the same amount of people that it had when I first made the first video. Of course, we have a working connection. Okay. Let's find out what's going on. Love it. Good start so far, guys. Good start. So, obviously they're having server issues because it can't log on to the server. We're going to try once again. Okay, so this game is not being nice to us. I don't know what's going on, but it will contact Steam. It will have to contact Steam and find out what's going on. We have internet connection because I'm able to connect to my streaming software, and the streaming software works online, so I'm connected to the internet. It's the servers. So what we are going to do is we are going to cut our losses. Obviously the game doesn't want to run anymore. That game has been around for a long time. I knew it was only a matter of time before they pulled the plug. That's why I did my video, hoping to revive enough people playing it. But I guess not enough people play it. Which is a shame, because that game is a lot of fun. It really is a shame. Alright. Now let's check on this game, see how this game is doing after Christmas. Of course, we did touch base on it before. I did go over the new mech that came out, I believe. Yeah, see? We have internet.
Achieved.
So obviously it wasn't my net that was causing the game not to start. It was the servers. So I have to contact them and find out what's going on with their service. I don't know why it didn't say servers are down temporarily, but it didn't say that. But I know it's the servers because I have internet. So it's late. You have to excuse me. I don't type fast when it's late. Okay, here we go. I'm so much faster. I type so much faster when it's early. I really should do these videos early. What's the fun in that? The fun part is trying to see me struggle doing normal things. That's the funny part. Okay, the first thing you'll see is this thing flashing. If that thing flashes, check it, see what it is. Somebody else is pending. I invited someone to do something. Next time they go on, they'll receive it. They haven't received it yet. Okay. Now, just to go over something real quick, this is looking for groups. If you want to join if you want to create a group of people, for example, you want to launch together with people you know who are friends with you, you can create a group. If somebody wants you to join their group, click looking for group. If you click the looking for group queue, now other people can invite you only if that's pushed, okay? For example, if I want to jump in a group tonight, I will click that button and leave it. Do my own thing, do my thing. Once in a while, if that flashes, check it and see if see what? Nope, still nothing. Is anybody actually online? Wow, nobody's online. I am surprised. But they were online today. So that's a good sign. The game is still active. So, alright. Recently what happened was I've been really busy trying to build up my mechs. One or two of the mechs I had, I didn't really like anymore. So I sold them. And the money I got for them, I got a mech I wanted. So, if you don't want to do that, what you can do is, you could do what's called, you could buy a mech bay. You have to understand, you only have a certain amount of mech bays. When you fill up the mech bays, in order to buy another mech, you have to make room. You have to add a mech bay. To do that, if you want to buy a mech right now, and it says the amount of mech bays you own and the amount of mech bays in use, if this is even, you have to click this, and you have to spend 150 mech credits to add one mech bay to the game. Which means you have to have 150 of these. In order to get these, you have to purchase it here. Okay, guys? You cannot use C-bills for certain things in this game. Be aware of that. Things like this, where you buy this, and it gives you all those mechs, it automatically comes with mech bays. Bundles come with mech bays. When you buy battle mechs from here, this does not come with the mech bay. You have to own the mech bays before you buy these. When you buy these come with the mech bays. If you purchase this bundle, it will come with its own mech bays. Okay, boosters. Boosters give you what's called premium time. Premium time gives you bonus XP and bonus C-bills. XP is this. C-bills are here. Now I have 28 days left on my premium time. After that, I'm back down to normal level. The only reason why I had premium time was because I purchased a mech from scratch, and they gave me premium time for free if I purchased that particular mech. Now, every once in a while you're going to see this. Supply cache progress. Now, it's going to have a number, a slash, and a number. This number is the number you have to reach. This is the amount of launches that you have under your belt. Right now I have 940 launches out of 1,000. When we reach 1,000 launches, we will open up a supply cache and get whatever's in the supply cache for free. We don't pay for it, we get it for free. That could either be premium time, equipment, decals, camouflage, or a mech bay. Could be any one of those things. Could be in a supply cache. Supply caches are things that you could always use. Whatever you can't use, whatever's like an equipment, or if they give you an equipment, or if they give you a mech, you can always sell it. Now if they give you a mech, you don't have space in the mech bay, they'll give you a mech bay, or they will sell that mech and give you the C-bills that it's worth. Obviously the mech that they give you will be a common mech. Unless it's a rare mech, then you will have the opportunity to sell a mech and get rid of one to make room for that mech. I've never gotten a mech yet, but I've overheard that you can receive a mech. It is possible. The one thing that me personally, I would do, if you ever do play this game, try to get used to favoriting the mechs that you need to work on. For example, mechs that look like this. See that with the star? Top right hand corner, you're gonna see wings with a star in the middle. It says 91 on 91. That mech is done. It's finished. All the XP is done. This mech is done. This mech is done. This one's done. These two need to be worked on. Anything that doesn't look like this, anything that doesn't look like that, gets favorited. Anything, see, that does not have the wings on it, that one has to get favorited. Now these three have wings. These don't get favorites. That doesn't get a favorite. That does. That does. That does. That does. That doesn't. This doesn't. Once in a while, go through them. Make sure they're set properly. Make sure you have all of them set properly. Anything that's not done, make sure it's a favorite. Favorites are not your favorites are not. I don't use this game. The favorites I use to know what I need to work on and what I don't need to work on. The mechs I need to use the most, I make sure I have them favorited. For example, I will give you a perfectly good example of this. Let me see. This is done. That's not done. The catapult. Catapult is not done. That's why it's favorited. The Black Knight. That's done. That's not favorited. The Vulture. That's done. That's not favorited. Rifleman. That's not done. That should be favorited. This should be favorited, so it will remind you to work on this. Thanatos. I just picked this one up. This one needs to be favorited. This will remind me that, hey, you need to work on this. Now, Thunderbolt, not favorited. This one is favorited, and yes, this one is done. Want to know why? C-Bill hologram bonus. C-Bill bonus. I call this one the farmer. If you have anything that gives you C-Bill bonus, favorite it and leave it there. The only reason why you're playing this mech is to earn more C-Bills faster. This will give you 10% more C-Bills every game by playing this thing right here. So keep it as a favorite regardless. Always make sure you check this. Make sure if you have anything C-Bill bonus, C-Bill right there. Anything that's any bonus is to say C-Bill, chassis bonus, 30% C-Bills. This technically should be. Chassis bonus, C-Bill, CB, 30%. That should be favorited. This should be favorited. That's C-Bill bonus. This should be favorited also. But we already have a farm, the C-Bill bonus. We don't need two of them. All we need is one mech. All you need is one mech that you use to farm C-Bills. You have two. This one does 30, 40%. This one only does 30. So this one does 40. Keep this one as your favorite. Even though this one's done, keep it as your favorite. This one's done, not a favorite. This one not done, not a favorite. Oh, this one not done, this one's a favorite. Now, this one done. Don't check, don't add it. This one also gives you more C-Bills, which is a good thing. You want that. This one gives you C-Bill chassis. This one gives you more C-Bills. This one is also not done. So you want to make sure you check this. Now this one doesn't give you anything. This one's done. This one's not. This one's done. So don't check this. Now this one is not done. It's checked. Not done. It's checked. Not done. It's checked. Not done. It's checked. This is just some things I do. I like to keep things organized. And I like to make sure that everything in this here, everything in my mech bays are squared away. Now all you have to do is click favorites. And now all these mechs are here. All these have to get done. Absolutely have to get done. Only exception is this, because this has 40% seed bell bonus. This is only if you don't want to run all these guys to try and get XP. These guys, you're just not farming for XP. You're trying to get XP bonuses out of these guys. All these guys have ×2 XP. See that? XP, XP, X2, XP, X2, XP, X2. All these guys have a bonus to your experience. So all these guys will give you a slight jump in experience. Most of them do, of course. So, but in order to get XP, you can't just play and die. You have to actually do what that mech's supposed to do. You have to participate in the game. And of course, participate in the game means you have to actually do something. You can't just go in there, not doing anything, and then die. You don't get an XP for that. You have to do what the mech's designed to do. This Thanatos, for example. This is a heavy mech. Okay, guys? They have different sizes. I believe I went over this, but I'll go over it once again. They have lights, mediums, heavies, and assaults. This is a heavy mech. It doesn't matter whether it's in a sphere or a clan. Both the same size for the most part. Both have the same sizes anyway. It doesn't matter whether you're clan or in a sphere. Both sides have the same sizes. In fact, most of the mechs are almost the same. Almost the same. Not the same. Almost the same. So, this happens to be a heavy mech. This mech, the purpose of a heavy mech is to help support the medium mechs. The medium mechs, their job is to help support. The medium mechs help support the heavies. Heavies help support the assaults. Lights' job is to spot and to give. Well, I like to use World of Tanks terminology for lights. Their job is to spot people, and their job is to give people flat tires. In other words, when you're running a light mech, the one thing you have to aim for are the legs. When you're a light mech, do not aim for anything else, only aim for these. Why? Legs have the least amount of armor. Well, I'm going to show you. Center torso has 70 armor points. 18 for the head. 72. 43. Now, if you blow this off, it still functions. If you blow this off, it still functions. If you blow the head off, the whole thing will explode. Of course, if you could do it, if you could get a headshot, good for you. Go for it. Headshots are very hard. In order to damage a head, you need to aim for the glass, the place where the pilot looks out. As soon as we're done here, I will show you how to do it on some of the mechs. Okay, now we're going to continue. Again, the legs usually have the least amount of armor. if you blow one leg out, the mech is reduced to half speed. Okay? As soon as you blow one leg out, they're reduced to half speed. As soon as you blow both legs out, the chassis and everything else falls to the floor. The legs can no longer hold the weight of everything else. Falls to the floor, and you're forced to eject. And the mech doesn't blow up, but it just actually it looks at it in the game. It blows up and you eject. In reality, everything else on top falls to the floor, and you're forced to eject out of the mech. The legs can no longer hold the weight of everything on top, and so it just falls. It can't hold it. It can't hang on. So you are forced to eject. You have no choice. You can voluntarily eject before that happens. Keep in mind, if you do that, if you ever eject out of the mech and your team loses, every member of that team gets what's called a salvage bonus. Never eject out of a mech. Make them blow your mecha up. Otherwise, the enemy team will get a salvage bonus, which means they will get bonus C-bills, because that mech will definitely be sold for scrap, and the money it goes toward will go toward pay for each and every person on that team. So each and every person on that team will get a salvage bonus. So never eject out of a working mech. Ever. Never give them more money than they deserve. Ever. Now, according to kayfabe, the one reason why you never eject out of the mech is because the opposing team will definitely take the mech and bring it back to the enemy side and use it and reuse its technology and learn from the technology. Namely, clanners. Clanners will learn the technology of that mech and try to use it toward their new mechs. Sometimes they'll get it up and running and turn the tables. That's where the 2C mechs come from. Mechs that are left on the battlefield that are blown up are what's called 2C mechs. This used to be an Innisphere urban mech. This is called a clan mech. It's called UM2C. 2C meaning that it was an Innisphere mech, but we converted it into a clan mech. What makes this a clan mech is that it has automatic case protection right here. See that? And see it says C LBX20AC. C equals clan. Clan double heatsink. C LBX20 ammo. C ER medium laser. That means clan. Clan XL engine. So this is a clan mech. Oddly enough, this is also an urban mech. Urban mech is an Innisphere mech. So it just goes to show that the clans own some, not all, some Innisphere tech. Only reason why they do is because they stole all the mechs that the pilots ejected from on the battlefield. That's how the 2C mechs come to pass. Eventually down the road, after that 2C mech becomes not useful anymore, they reverse engineer that mech and find out what's in it and find out how they can make their own version of it. Let me show you a difference of. Let me show you what. Allow me to show you an Innisphere mech and the clan mech, right? Now this is not a 2C archer. This is what's called a clan archer. An archer is an Innisphere mech, okay? Innisphere made these, okay? Made these and gave these. Actually, House Davion made these. He gave these to all their troops. But this particular mech only. This is not a 2C mech. This mech was never reverse engineered, never mass produced. This is owned by the Wolf Dragoons mercenary squad. They didn't take it apart. They didn't reverse engineer it. If it needs fixing, repairing, they go back to House Davion. House Davion repairs it. Why? Because they're a mercenary squad that's being paid by House Davion. Even though they do work for clans, House Davion used them first. And when House Davion had no longer need for them, they allowed them to keep the mechs, with the exception of if they needed repairs, to bring them back to them. And they had to pay House Davion to have the mechs repaired if they needed repairs. So they had to go back to Davion and pay for repairs, and pay for ammunition reloads, and pay for everything. No one was allowed to see the technology. And over the years, they followed those rules until Clan Wolf hired them. Clan Wolf said, "Hey, listen, I know we can't reverse engineer that, but can we just take a look at the outside?" So that's what Clan Wolf did. And this was what they made. This was the archer. Clan Wolf's answer to the archer. They didn't see what was inside of it, but they looked at the outside and they figured, okay, we can make one. We're going to make one. We're going to make it exactly the way we want to make it. Instead of making it exactly like theirs, they made one based off of what it looked like. So instead of the cockpit being like here, cockpit's up here. So instead of it not being anything here, you could put small lasers, small lasers here. Put medium lasers here if you want to. Archer doesn't have this. Again, you could put 4 racks of lasers here instead of just 2. Archer, you can only put 2 racks of lasers. 1, 2. The Mad Dog has racks up here and racks down here. It has room for 1, 2, 3 laser ports. I mean, it has a lot more than the Archer has. Mad Dog is better than the Archer, technically. You can put whatever you want on here. Of course, the sensors are right here. That's sensors. Now your automatic missile systems would be right here. They'd be right there. They're sticking up right there or right here. If you had AMS, it would go right there. The weak part about a Mad Dog is this right here. If you aim a laser here enough times, it will blow the leg. There's no armor protecting this. It's wide open. Now, allow me to show you what the Archer looks like. Now look at this. See that? That is covering, even though it's right there, it's covering the tops of the legs. So you have to squeeze a laser in between these two right here. It's harder to blow the leg off because you have to go through the armor. The Mad Dog, it's wide open. The entire joint is wide open. There's no protection. Archer has protection on the leg joints. See? Right there. So there's a big difference between Clan Tech and Innisphere Tech. Innisphere is all about safety, reliability, and lasting longer than 5 seconds. Clan Tech is all about firepower, killing shit, and making it stay down. Clan Tech is all about how many things can you kill before that thing gets blown up. End the story. Clan doesn't care whether you live or die. They only care about how many things you're going to take down before you die. For example, Urban Mech. The Clan version of the Urban Mech. It has a 20 autocannon and it has a heavy pulse laser. Now, an Innisphere Urban Mech, man, these things some have a lot. You see, now it's really kind of not fair to compare the two, because the Innisphere Urban Mechs have a lot of variants to them. Unlike some other ones. Let's try to keep it so that the same. How about no, not that one. That's similar. Okay, guys. Instead of having an AC-20 on one arm, we see an AC-5. Now, instead of having one large laser, they have 2 medium pulse lasers. Okay. So, Innisphere is not about big firepower. Innisphere is about staying alive and living to fight another day. If their troops survive another day, the houses are happy. It's all about survival. That's what it is. Clans don't care. Clans are all about kill whatever you see. We don't give a shit if anything happens to you or not. Clans are out for blood, plain English. That's what they're like. That's the way they are. This is called a summoner. Summoner is a very old mech that was created way back in the days of Star Leagues. The summoner is decades old. I think the Star League first created the summoner. The Summoner, the Nova, and the Mad Cat. I think. Wait. The Summoner, the Nova, the Mad Cat, and the Summoner, Nova, Mad Cat, and something else. Summoner, Nova, Mad Cat, and something, and the Shadow Cat. Summoner, Mad Dog, Nova, Shadow Cat, Mad Cat. Those are the original Star League mechs. Okay, guys? So, let's see how many of those I have. Actually, I forgot Kid Fox, too. Kid Fox was made in Star League also. I have the Kid Fox. That was an original Star League mech. I have the Summoner, of course. There it is. I have the Kid Fox. That was a mech made in the Star League. Way back in the old days. This was made back in the Star League. Way before the houses and the clans even existed. Before the houses and the clans were even an afterthought, everyone was under the Star League. Everyone. There was no houses, no clans. Everyone was under one banner. And these are the mechs that they were giving out. So, the Nova, I believe, was one of them. Summoner, that was another one. That was another Star League mech. Then we have under Innisphere, I think the original ones were, yeah, I would have to say that was an original, of course. That had to have been original. That's one of the oldest mechs in the Innisphere. Hunchback came out later on. Uziel came out. House Davion made the Uziel. So that wasn't around during the Star Leagues. The Thanatos, I believe, no, House Davion made the Thanatos, I think. Yeah, they did make the Thanatos. House Steiner made the Atlas. Awesome was made by House Davion. The Banshee was House Kurita. The Mauler was not House. Would you like to say the Mauler was either House? It was either House. I don't know. I know Free Rustlehog did not make assault mechs. Free Rustlehog made lights and mediums. Free Rustlehog, Davion, the two houses that made the most heavy assaults are Steiner and Davion. I believe the Mauler might have been Steiner, and the Awesome might have been Davion. One of the two. I forgot which one. I know for a fact that Davion did make the Zeus. And Steiner made the Stalker. So, that's one reason why the Stalker, ready for this? Now in the Wolf Dragoon pack, when you buy the Wolf Dragoon pack, it comes with Stalker. Now this is House Steiner. I believe this is House Kurita. No, this is a medium, right? This is a medium. Is Nysar medium? No, it's an assault. Okay, this is an assault, which means it has to be House I know it's not free Rosselhog. It's either has Curita. It has to be no. Could be Merrick. It could be Merrick. It could be House. This could be House Merrick. I'm assuming that this is House Merrick. Because it really couldn't be anything else if you think about it. Now, let me give you an idea. See this? This is from the. This is made. This was given to the Wolf Dragoons. The flea. The flea was made by Free Rosselhog Republic. The flea was created by Free Rosselhog. Free Rosselhog was not really into making battle mechs. They made that, which really is very fast. But that's all they really wanted. It's all they really needed. It has a lot of uses on the battlefield. A lot. Perfectly good scout. Extremely fast. Very lightweight. Very lightly armored. You have to be very careful you don't get hit. But it's not all about armor. It's about speed. And dodging the shots. You cannot stay in one spot. You have to constantly be on the move. Constantly with this thing. And this is what the Wolf Dragoons loved about this thing. They raved about this thing. They loved it. They loved it for its speed. They also liked it because it was Innisphere. Innisphere mechs are very reliable. Clan mechs have a tendency to, well, they have a tendency to break down. Like the Mad Dog and the Viper. You know? And the Kit Fox. Of course, the Kit Fox have had centuries of improvement by Clan Jade Falcon. Jade Falcon had centuries and centuries to make the Kit Fox better. So the Kit Fox is one of the most reliable mechs in the Clan Wars. It really is. Kit Fox is old, and it's one of the most reliable mechs in Clan Jade Falcon's arsenal. The Nova is another Clan mech from the old days. And I forgot which clan made it. I have to remind myself because for some reason the clan names, I have to see the clans. Oh, Imperial. They have to be smushed in one area, don't they? I know Jade Falcon made the other one. Clan Wolf made the Mad Dog. Could have been Smoke Jaguar. I know it's not Ghost Bear. Because I know Ghost Bear made one particular mech in particular that they really haven't shown yet. In the future, you'll see it. I guarantee you. Clan Ghost Bear manufactured one mech called the Kodiak. And it had claws. They might have it in the store, but it wasn't. It wasn't made to be a Innisphere mech. It was a clan mech. But this game might have messed it up. It is possible. The game might have messed it up. Do they even have a Kodiak? Let's see. I know I don't have a Kodiak, but yep, they do. This, yeah, see, there's the claws. This is supposed to be Clan Ghost Bear's mech. Yep. See, ER large laser. This is a Clan mech. This is Clan Ghost Bear's signature mech. This is the only mech that they produced. It's called the Kodiak. It's an assault mech, 100-ton assault mech. This thing is tremendous. It's a little bit on the medium speed side. It's okay for assault mech. I believe Clan Ghost Bear, I think they also made another one. I know Clan Wolf. Clan Wolf made what's called the Timberwolf. When Clan Wolf first came out, after Star League was disbanded and Clan Wolf was created, Clan Wolf's first creation was not their creation. This mech right here, right here on the screen right there, that mech was a Star League mech. Okay, guys? But instead of the Star League, instead of the Innisphere getting this mech, Clan Wolf, when it was created from the Star League, took this mech from the Innisphere and called it a Timberwolf. Okay? Clan Wolf made this mech, and they took this from the Star League. Now, Innisphere, they use the same exact mech as this in the Innisphere. But they didn't go the route that they went. They went their own way. Which you all know that mech easily. It's called the Stalker. The difference between the Stalker and the Mad Cat, the Stalker has arms. Stalker has, the Mad Cat has arms coming out here and has these really big pods on the top. The Stalker and the Mad Cat are exactly alike in every way, except Stalker doesn't have arms or these giant pods up on the top. Actually, Innisphere Stalker, I think, does have the pods on the top. Let me see. Let me see if mine does. I don't think mine does. No, mine actually does not have that. Let's check the store. I'm curious to see if the Stalkers have the big pods on the top like the Mad Cats do. Let's see. That's flat. That's flat. That's flat. That's flat. Nope, not. I don't think any of them have the same pods as the Mad Cat does. The shoulder pods. Nope. Shiny. Nice. Rusted. Nice. Nope. Last one. Nope. So the Mad Cat, specific to the Mad Cat has more of a pronounced shoulders. Mad Cat has arms and has those shoulder pads right there. Mad Cat has arms with giant shoulder pads right there above the arms. For the most part, take these off, the stalkers, add arms and shoulder pads here and here, and you have a Mad Cat. A stalker is a Mad Cat. It's the same thing. The only difference is that Innisphere, when the Star League was disbanded, Innisphere had one of those, I forgot what the Star League's name for it was. They had one of those old Mad Cats, but it didn't have anything on it. All it was a chassis and legs. So now Clan Wolf actually had the full. Clan Wolf was actually a member of the Star League, and they actually had a working one. So they called it the Mad Cat. Innisphere had, House Davion in particular, had the same mech, except theirs did not have the pods or arms. So they figured, okay, let's call it a stalker. Let's do something different. So they added these as arms. These are considered the shoulders here. And they added these are torsos. This is the core. These are torsos and these are arms. You get me? This is the core. Here's the cockpit. Here's the torsos. Here's the arms. So, in reality, if you really want to run this mech properly, what you could do is you could store the ammunition. So now if you store the ammunition here, it'll still cook off the core, because the core is the entire length of the back. That's the reason why you need to have cases on everything. Because if they blow this off, this explodes. And it will set off whatever's here. And it will explode and start to heat up whatever's in here. So that's the reason why you don't put anything of importance in here. You put missiles in here. Store ammunition in here. Okay, guys? Or you could store missiles here, store the ammunition in here, and put cases on everything. Make sure if one blows up, it won't cook off the rest. Got me? Here's where cases come in handy. Now, let's say someone blows off your right arm, which is right here. Now, what do you have in here that could explode? Lasers? Nope. LRM-5? It could. It has missiles in it. It could. No big booms. That, yes. That will explode in a big ball of fire. That will explode in a big ball of fire. We have a case. it's case protected. If this blows up, it won't cook off this. We're fine. But what if they don't aim for this? What if they aim for this? Okay, if they aim for this and destroy it, this will just fall off anyway. So, well, let's take a look at it anyway. So, if we're taking a look at this real quick, it has heat sinks, has a laser, some more heat sinks, it has one LRM and one LRM ammo, and one laser AMS. The only thing that will explode is this, which means it has to have a case. And by having cases on both of these, that keeps this safe. Now, we have heat sinks and a laser. Those are fine, so it's not going to explode. LRM 5, LRM ammo, LRM ammo, LRM ammo. This has a lot of ammo. You need a case. Now this, 2 medium lasers, this does not need a case. Because if this will not explode. This will just poof and fall off. Done. This does not need a case. This has heat sinks in it. This don't need a heat. This don't need a case. It doesn't have anything important. Again, if you blow the head up, it will kill the pilot, and the mech's useless. Without the mech's head, the rest of the mech is useless. So whenever you're in a light mech, always aim for the head. Always aim for the head. Always, no matter what, aim for the head. I'm trying to keep my brain active. I'm trying to keep my brain going. My brain is obviously not doing that well. Okay, now, moving on. Now we're going to go over what a full missile boat looks like from the inside. Starting with the inner sphere first. The normal, average, everyday missile boat from the inner sphere is called the Vulture. This beast from hell has been terrorizing the clans for a long time. And as you can see, there's nothing in here that's going to explode. We're casing it anyway. Why? Because we have a lot of ammo in here. And we can't have a spark go off at all, period, and risk this blowing up. So this is cased as well. This is cased because basically when you have a missile boat, everything gets a case in it. You have to. Because no matter what, everything has to be protected. Everything. And if you have the space, try to put a heat sink in each of the modules close to this. Okay, guys? This is going to get hot. And when this gets hot, it'll shut down. So the thing is, whatever builds up the most heat, you need a heat sink in it. Now pulse lasers are going to generate heat, so put a heat sink in it. Now lasers will only generate heat. I mean, missiles will only generate heat when they're fired constantly. Now, these particular missiles, the LRM-5s, you're not going to fire them 24 hours a day because you're limited with ammo here. Well, I'm not, but normally you are. So, you're normally not going to hold the button down and just keep firing. You're going to give it a rest. At least, that's the way I play mine. So, anyway, I don't feel the need to add a heatsink here, even though it might be a good idea to. I don't have the room, but it might be a good idea to do so. Take out 2 ammo and just add a case. There's a case in there and there's a case in there. Let's see. That's in a case, that's in a case, that's in a case, that's in a case. These have cases. Yeah, everything's in a case. These don't have cases because I'm not too worried about these, because these are cased up. As long as these are cased up, we're fine. Now, whenever you have missile boats, everything has to be cased. This is in a sphere mech, so you have to add your own cases. Okay, guys? See? Case. 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 You have to remember to add your own. Now, when you have a Mad Dog is a missile boat. This is also a missile boat. These also have cases. See? Case protected. Case protected. Case protected. They have cases in everything. Case protected. Case protected. Case protected. They don't have to add their cases. Their cases are automatic. Everything's protected in a clan mech. Everything. One thing won't cook off and cook off the others. Clan mechs, if an arm falls, if an arm explodes, everything else is everything else is safe. Clan mechs are like that. They protect their mechs very well. They expect their mechs to blow up. They expect arms to fall off. They keep the pilot safe. In a sphere, they don't have time. They want to get the mechs done, want to get them out, they want to get them out there, and they want to get them used. And that's it. Now, I made this for fun. You're not really supposed to do this, but I did it anyway. Now, if you'll notice, this is an urban mech. You don't normally see missiles on an urban mech, but as you can see, I added a case to the right arm because all the missiles are here. All the ammunition is here. Now this AMS is a laser AMS. There's no ammunition here, so it doesn't need to be a case. Again, lasers, a tag, and a laser. No case. No case. These are heat sinks. No case. More heat sinks. No case. Sensors. No case. This has a case. Because this is ammunition. This is ammo. This fires ammunition. So, this has to be cased. You have no choice. Absolutely has to. There's rules that you have to follow. If you don't follow them, you're going to play this game. You're going to die every time. Now let's go to something that has ammunition that's not a missile. Let's go to, let's say, a machine gun, right? Now this is a machine gun. This is a machine gun ammo. Okay, guys? Now if you blow this arm off and that case is not there, ammunition inside will explode. Not as much as a missile will, but it will blow up a little bit. And it will affect the health of this. It'll weaken the armor, whatever's left of the armor, of this. And this will start to get weak. Eventually, it in itself will fall off down the road. Of course, if it hasn't been hit already. So, now if it's cased, it won't damage this at all. And this will get damaged just simply by somebody hitting it. Which is kind of what you want. You want somebody to hit it. Because if they hit it, well, you don't want them to hit it, but if they hit it, it's not that big of a deal, because as long as they don't hit this, you're fine. Anybody who goes for this, the mech is toast. Remember, this is the most important part of a mech. All these can go first. This has to stay. Now, what are these on our mech? I'll show you. Ready? This is center torso. Okay? Right torso. Left torso. Left arm. Right arm. Center torso. Head. Right there. Head. Center torso. Left torso. Right torso. Right arm. Left arm. Left leg. Right leg. Let's go with the blackjack. Head. Right there. That's a really big glass head. Yeah, that's why you have to keep moving. Keep the blackjack's upper torso moving. You want the arm to take the damage, not the center torso. Why? Because of this. The glass is too big. You cannot take the chance. Twist your torso, make the arm blow off, and make the side torsos blow off first before they hit the core. Because if they hit the core, they're gonna aim. Not gonna hit the core. They're gonna aim for the glass. Because it's a big target. I mean, look at it. That's a big target. What would you rather do? Hit him in one shot by aiming for this, or go shoot through all this? No, you'd aim for this. It's easier, right? Am I right? He's shooting at you, trying to kill you. You want to kill him right away, or do you want to whittle him down little by little? He's aiming those two bastards at you, threatening to kill you. Are you gonna show him mercy by slowly killing him, or are you gonna kill him as quickly as you possibly can? You're gonna find a way to kill him as quickly as possibly can. So you're looking at that really big glass in the front of his mech, and you're going, damn, I wish I can kill him. You go, yeah, I wonder if I take out the pilot, what happened to the mech? Well, I'll tell you what'll happen. If you take out the pilot, the mech will just suddenly fall over. And if you kill the pilot, the mech will fall over, and you'll get a really big salvage bonus. Of course, you'll get absolutely no C-bills. You'll get nothing from the whole battle because the pilot died. And they got a fully working mech. which is not what you want. You do not want them to get your technology. They're not going to reward you for giving up your technology. Which is the reason why I don't really like to eject out of a mech. Because every time you eject out of a mech, you're technically giving them technology. Now, the original MechWarrior Online had a self-destruct feature. Were you able to initiate the self-destruct feature and then eject out of the mech? If you were on the verge of getting blown up, hit the self-destruct button and then hit the eject button. It'll eject you out of the mech, and then the mech will explode. The reason why you would do that is so the clans would not get that technology and reverse engineer it, because the technology is destroyed. I mean, it's beyond blown up. A clan's main objective is to get something like this. A clan's #1 main objective is to get this. Where is it? Come on, where are you? This is a clan's main objective. They want that in good condition. If they can get that in good condition, game on. If you own one of those and you're in the Ened, and you think that, and you see them aiming for the windows, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it, and they blew your arms off, for the most part, the middle's intact. The best thing to do is self-destruct, then eject. Do not leave this. Do not leave this intact when if you're gonna eject out of the mech. Do not leave this intact. This game you can self-destruct the mech and then eject. You have to make sure you read the game options and find out what button is self-destruct and what button is for ejecting. Make sure, do not give your opponents that salvage bonus. Do not give them any salvage bonuses, period. If you do, you'll be sorry. You'll never make a lot of money. Your house will offer you more C-bills for that loss. Why? Because you didn't offer that mech up for salvage, because you didn't give them that salvage. You didn't give them a salvage bonus. You didn't give them that mech on silver platter. You denied them that. You denied the enemy access to that technology. Because you did that, you sacrificed yourself and the mech for the better of the team. That's the objective of an Ened. When you're in the Ened, if you know for a fact they're going to take you down and you cannot defend yourself anymore, self-destruct, then eject. Do not leave this thing intact. Never eject with this thing still working. Ever. Never eject when this thing is still working. Ever. Because that means they will get a salvage bonus and you don't want that. Salvage bonus means that they just got your technology. For example, if I'm in a clan, right? And I'm fighting the Ened, right? Let's say I took out both arms on the mech, right? They destroyed, fell off. Then I took out both torsos, destroyed and fell off. Let's say I took out one leg, destroyed. Let's say they ejected, right? And they didn't self-destruct it, they simply ejected. Now what I get is I get an extremely beefy salvage bonus. The reason being I'm getting a beefy salvage bonus is because that mech from here, this part of the mech and this part of the mech here still is there, and it still works. It will still power on. It won't do nothing. It won't move. In fact, it's laying on its back, you know, because it has only one leg, torso and a head, but it works. Technology is still there because you ejected and didn't blow it up. If it blows up, for example, you get destroyed. If your mech gets destroyed, that means you ejected out of that mech. For example, if you play and your mech gets blown up, you automatically eject out of the mech. You have to. That's it. That's the law. You know, you don't really have to. You don't really have to push self-destruct and eject. You can eject out of the mech if you want to. Every time you eject out of the mech, you're leaving a mech intact. You're leaving a mech that so works. You're leaving a mech that functions. You're giving the opponent a salvage bonus. Why would you do something like that? Don't do that. Do not give your opponents free money. Fuck them. Screw them. Do not give them free shit. Ugats, nothing. You give them nothing. You play this bitch till this bitch explodes. Till you're forced to eject out of this mech because this mech can no longer stand it anymore. This mech has taken so much damage that nobody even knows what it looks like anymore. No longer recognizable. You will play this mech until the very last minute. You will play this mech until this mech is no longer recognizable as being a mech. Because if they try to salvage it, they can't. They get no salvage bonus because they blew it up. It's exploded. And if it's exploded, your butt ejected out of there automatically. So you're safe and sound. That mech is not. But if your mech is not, that means they won't get a salvage bonus. And you want that. Never eject out of a mech. Always make them blow it up first. You got me? Never in the history of this game have I ever ejected out of the mech. I refuse to give anybody C-bills if they didn't earn it. If they want C-bills, they gotta earn it. I'm not giving them C-bills for free. I'm not giving them my text. That's what I say. I'm not giving them any free shit. No way. They want something, they gotta earn it. They ain't stealing my shit. No way. I'll blow it up. I'll blow it up and me with it first before I do anything like that. Make sure you do the same with this game. Make sure your honky butt does that. Make sure you get tough. Because nobody's going to play nice in this game. Nobody ever plays nice in this game. I've never known anybody to play nice in this game. This is Battletech universe. In Battletech, nobody plays nice. So, you're not supposed to. This is Clan versus Inner Sphere. 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 Clan versus Innisphere, they hate Clan and Innisphere together as a whole is the Star League, right? Star League was created long before all this was started. Allow me to explain. A long time ago, these guys and all of this was called the Star League, okay? Star League as a whole was a group that coexisted as one whole, okay, guys? They had borders and they had their territories. For example, these guys had territories down here. But they coexisted with other areas. Eventually, down the road, the great houses were built. For example, House Steiner, Kurita, Liao, Davion, Marek, Kurita, Free Razalog Republic, and each house didn't like the Star League mechs, so they sort of tossed them aside. And these guys started creating their own mechs, which is the mechs we know today, right? And the old Star League mechs were sort of tossed aside. The mechs that were tossed aside, these guys started to grab them all from them. All those old school mechs started to grab all those old school mechs from them. Little by little, started fixing them up, making them better, improving the technology. And then the houses started to eventually take over the little bit of land these guys owned down here. Eventually, the great houses expanded into their own territories, and that we know now, Davion had this territory since day one. Steiner had this territory since day one. Free Razalog and Kurita were partial during the Star League days. These clans owned a pretty decent portion, if not all, of House Razalog and House Kurita. Davion and Steiner's areas have always been what they are, except they were not houses. They were just territories. Those were always owned by those territories. These houses here were probably either a combination of some of the clan territories. They're eventually taken over by people that claim to be a house, and this is our territory. And they said, how dare you? We live here too. So then that's when the Star League said, screw you and screw all this shit. We're leaving. And we're taking all this shit with us. And they're saying, fine, we have our own shit. Take it. So then they moved here, kicked all these guys out. So now these guys created clans, and they took all the old tech and made it new again, and made their own versions of it. They still have some of the old tech from the Star League days. The Nova, the Kid Fox Summoner, the Summoner, Kid Fox, Nova. Trying to think. The really, 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 really old. The original Star League mechs are all now clan mechs. Kid Fox was the original Star League mech. Nova was the original Star League mech. The Summoner was the Star League mech. The Mad Cat, that was the Star League mech. Where's the Mad Cat? I don't see the Mad Cat. Oh, I see the Mad Cat Mark II. Well, the old version of this, the Mad Cat, this was from the original Star League. This was also from the original Star League. This is called the Dire Wolf. Clan Wolf actually owned this. This is one of Clan Wolf's mechs. Remember, all of Clan Wolf's mechs has either a dog or a wolf's name in it. That's the way Clan Wolf always rolls. I don't know why, but it's just something they do. Summer, that's a Star League mech. Thanatos, this is also a Star League mech, but this never made it to the clans. This is only an Innisphere mech. Thanatos was made during the Star League, but House Davion took that kept it safe. Every one of them they kept safe. Not one clanner ever got their hands on a Thanatos. I guess they felt it was important. This is one of the few Star League mechs that the Innisphere still has. Only to themselves. Orion was a Star League mech. But unfortunately, the Orion got stolen by the clanners. So this was a Star League mech a long time ago. This is a clan mech that was made during the clan wars. During one of the clans created this mech from scratch. There's another mech that was actually created by Clan Ghost Bear. Where is it? This was created during the Star League, okay? It's called the Shadow Cat. This was Star League mech from a long time ago. This was created during the times of the Star League, before the clans and the Innisphere ever existed. This was a medium mech that was a staple in the Star League. No matter where you went, you saw this. That was a staple. Now it's a clan mech, of course. This was also a staple. This was a Nova. This is also a clan mech. All the old tech the clans still have. And somehow it works. It works very well. But Innisphere is always trying to make themselves better. Always trying to improve on things, so to speak. Now, the Kid Fox is another mech that was created by the clans. This was not a Star League mech. This was created by the clans. Okay, guys? I forgot which house made this, but this was created by one of the clans. The houses never made this. But I will tell you, this was inspired by one of the clan mechs. Which one, I don't know. Just like the Mad Dog. The Mad Dog was not made based off of a stolen archer. They never got their hands on an archer. Why? Because the mercenary organization, the Wolf Dragoons, promised that their technology that they own will never get in the hands of clanners. Ever. It doesn't matter if they make their own version of it, but their tech cannot get in the hands of clanners. Period. So, the Wolf Dragoons mech pack, none of those mechs are 2C mechs, ever. And they never will be, ever. The Wolf Dragoons mech pack is a very odd group of mechs. They have a flea, which again, the clans never got their hands on. So this is the only flea in the clan arsenal. Was the Wolf Dragoons mercenary organization. That was it. Also, Wolf Dragoons also had an archer. One archer. Now Clan Wolf hired the Wolf Dragoons, and Clan Wolf wanted to see it. They didn't want to reverse engineer it, they just wanted to look at it. Wolf Dragoons kept their promise. Did not let them touch it. They just wanted to see what it looked like. And they went, we can make something like that, probably. Get to work on it. So they didn't get the technology from this. They looked at it and they had an idea. They could make something that's kind of like it. And they did just that. They made the Mad Dog. They did not make an exact copy of the Archer. The difference between the Mad Dog and the Archer. Let's say you have two large lasers and you're firing at an archer, right? You really want to cook off those those, right? You know they're underneath there. Now those armor plates right there, these armor plates right here, those are big doors. When you fire off missiles, the doors open and the missiles fly out. Then the doors close, missiles reload. When you're ready to fire, the doors open and missiles fly out. The reason why it does that is because if you decide to fire a missile at the missiles will not explode immediately and blow up and cook up. Why? Because those doors provided armor for the missiles. And they protect the missiles, prevent them from getting destroyed. See now, Clan Wolf didn't know. When they hired them, they didn't know that there was missiles under there. Why? Wolf Dragoons were told not to tell them any information about these mechs. And they kept that promise. But it gave Clan Wolf an idea. We can create a mech that looks like it, but instead of having useless stuff on the shoulders, we could load this thing up with missiles right here. Which is pretty much what the Ened one is, except Ened ones are smart. They actually have protection that keeps those missiles protected. Instead of keeping the missiles wide open, they actually have armor protecting it. So this mercenary organization kept their promise all these years. And they promised that none of those mechs that they were given would ever get into the hands of the clans. And they never did. The Flea, the Archer, the Night Star, and the Stalker. None of these mechs, none of these ever got in the hands of the clans. In reality, the Stalker, they only wouldn't want the Stalker because they already have the Stalker. You see, the Stalker was created right after Star League after Star League disbanded. A couple of mechs were left behind, and what started up as House Davion got the hands on what now looks like the Mad Dog. Except theirs didn't have arms and didn't have the shoulder mounted weapons. Theirs just had the center torso with the legs. So I said, this thing's decent, but what are we going to do with it? I don't know. Just put pods on the side and use it as a missile boat, I guess. That works. Okay, we'll do that. See, now, Clan Wolf actually got their hands on one of the last remaining sets of Mad Dogs. Last remaining sets of the actual mechs that these are. What the hell's the name of them? I should remember all the names for all these things. They have so many. That wasn't a mech. It wasn't a Mad Dog. It was something wolf. I forgot what it was called. Timberwolf. Yeah, Timberwolf. This right here. This was a Star League mech. Okay, guys? The Star League would use this all the time. This was an absolute staple for the Star League from a long time ago. The Timberwolf. Now, when Star League disbanded, House Davion got this with the torso and legs. It didn't have these or the arms on it at all. It just had this and this. That's all it had. Now, Clan Wolf had a fully functioning Timberwolf. But House Davion only had this and this. So, they kept the original Timberwolf as is and just used it as is. Now, Davion took this and made it heavier by putting more ammunition in it, heavy weapons. It didn't have arms, but didn't need arms because they put pods on the other side. Let me show you. Hold on. See that? Get a good look at it. Ready? Watch this. Now, this is Timberwolf, right? Look at it from here. Same thing. This and this are exactly the same as this and this is the Timberwolf. This is what Davion added right here and right here. This is where the arms were supposed to go, and the pods went up here. See that right there? Pods, big square pods, went here and here. And the arms went out right here and right here. This is Timberwolf. House Davion never, when the Star League disbanded, House Davion never got their hands on a working Timberwolf. They were never able to get their hands on a working Timberwolf because Clan Wolf, when they left the Star League, they took all working Timberwolves with them. And they left the Star League with every single functioning Timberwolf known to man. Only thing left behind were the ones that were broken, that had just this and this. Everything else they took with them. So the Ened was never able to reverse. Ened was never able to use that famous epic mech for themselves. Clan Wolf used that Timberwolf to fight the newly formed Ened and severely give them a nosebleed over the centuries, over the years. I mean, that one mech that they wish they can get their hands on, they never did. And the funny part about it is, it's only heavy mech. This is an assault mech. This is heavier. Why? Because of these pods. The pods have more equipment in them. Arms were lighter, and the pods were just missile pods, really nothing else. If you really, really think about it, for a minute. Now you have a Timberwolf, right? Now let's say, where's the Mark II? You have the Mark II here somewhere. The Mark II was the new iteration of the Timberwolf. If I could ever find it. The Mark II was created by Clan Wolf. It was created more down the road, and it's a newer mech. So okay, here we go. Mad Cat Mark II. They called it, instead of a Timberwolf, instead of using the original Star League name, they called it a Mad Cat. This is the Timberwolf version 2. This is the clan version. Now, if Ened still had the Timberwolf, this would be the Timberwolf 2C. This is the clan built Timberwolf. Okay, guys? Now, if Ened still owned the Timberwolf and still used it, if they got their hands on the working version first, they would have still owned and used the Timberwolf still to this day. It means the clans, their version would have been called a 2C. Which means that the industry would have been able to make parts for it, would have been able to manufacture more of it. But no, Clan Wolf owned the majority of the parts and equipment, and they owned the majority of everything for that mech. So therefore they're able to increase it and make it better, which they did in the Mad Cat Mark II. which this is the more beefed up version. Instead of it being heavy mech, it is an assault mech now. This is equal to what the Stalker is now. See, the Timberwolf was only heavy mech. It was only meant to be a little smaller, enough for missions. Assault mechs back in the old days were not really needed. I mean, the Star League was just keeping track and keeping enemies out of the territories. Make sure that everything was stable. Assault mechs were never needed. You know, assault mechs didn't exist in the Star League. All they had was heavy mechs. Heavy mechs were absolutely insanely huge. Assault mechs were never needed. So that's the reason why the Timberwolf is one of the largest Star League mechs ever created. Now the Madcat Mark II was created by Clan Wolf as a direct challenge for the Stalker that House Davion made. The Stalker was made to counter the original Timberwolf because it was bigger, it was heavier. And of course, if a Stalker is equipped just the right way, it can give a Timberwolf a really bad nosebleed, if not just flat out destroy it. If you fit it out right and play it right, a Stalker can outright destroy a Timberwolf. A Madcat Mark II, not happening. They made the Madcat Mark II so badass that this thing is absolutely ridiculous. The clan did a very good job on this. I won't say that. They did a very good job on this. This is all the top clan tech in it. All the top clan tech. All the best clan tech, I should say. The best clan tech. The most impressive clan tech I've ever seen, probably the oldest clan tech I've ever seen, I would have to say would be, I don't know, there's a lot of good clan tech. I'd have to say the Gargoyle was one of my favorite clan techs, because the Gargoyle, it's odd. This is extremely odd mech. It really is. This is a very, very odd mech. And I can't really... It's hard to describe it. Let's take a look inside of it. See the way it works. Can we do that? Are we allowed to? No, we can't. That's fine. Whatever. Okay. So, there we go. Now, this one has 6 energy hard points, 2 missile hard points, and that's it. What does that mean? It's an assault mech. Should have more weapons. That means more tonnage for larger weapons. You can fit larger weapons in there. Instead of running if you have like 2, let's say you have 8 energy and 5 missiles. That's not leaving you a lot of room for heat sinks. Assault mechs that don't have a lot of hard points have a lot more room for heat sinks, which is mainly what the clans like you to have. Less weapons, but larger weapons. For example, you have larger energy weapons, larger missiles, larger ballistic weapons. You're going to have larger ammunition cases, more ammunition cases. You're going to have more heat sinks, more protection, more of everything. But keep it balanced and keep it a decent speed, not a cross speed. The one thing I will say the clans did right, it was when the clans took over this mech. When the clans took over the urban mech, the one thing they did was they gave it a bigger engine. Now, standard engine is a standard IS-60, okay? An IS-60 standard. This has a clan XL 100. I mean, this urban mech is the way an urban mech is supposed to be. It's supposed to have an extra large engine with more horsepower. This is what an urban mech is supposed to look like. Instead of doing that, the Innispheres have urban mechs like this. Where is it? Right here. They have their urban mechs like this. This is the standard engine in urban mech. But by doing this, they could put in more of what they need. Instead of having less. But the clans have less of this, but larger versions of it. So instead of having 2 lasers, they'll have 1 laser, but it'll be a large laser. And instead of having 1 LRM-5 or 1 LRM-10, they'll have an LRM-20 with pretty substantial amount of ammunition in there. And they'll have double heat sinks, not standard. And they'll have a lot of armor on them, including the rear. That's the one thing about clan mechs. Clan mechs are well protected and they have good offense. That's the one thing that IS mechs do not have. That is the main difference between clan mechs and Innisphere mechs. I mean, a really big difference. Let's see, where are we at? Time-wise, we're good. Okay. There's a really big difference between the two. Now, as you can see, after Christmas, no special events. Easy way to tell what's going on. See this right here? Touch that. You want to know what's going on? Click that. Active events. Wolf Dragoons Mech Pack Challenge. If you own the Wolf Dragoons Mech Pack, they have a challenge event. If you own the Fire Moth challenge. You go on the Fire Moth, they have a challenge event for you. If you complete all the challenges, you get prizes. I own the Wolf Dragoon's mech pack, so I completed all the challenges. See? If you complete all the challenges, you get all this. Right now, they don't have anything going on right now. What they do have is they have going on right now is they do have. See, now this is gone. The Grand Conquest mode just finished. Here you go. This is all brand new. You cannot buy this in store. You have to buy this on the website. You cannot buy this in World yet. You have to buy this here as a pack. All of them. These are clan mechs. These are not ened sphere. Fire Moth was a clan mech. That's what Fire Moth was. Fire Moth was created at the very beginning, start of the Clan Wars, when they needed a small mech to combat the new light mechs that were coming out, like the Urban Mech. Even though the Urban Mech was very small, and they didn't get their hands on one yet, Urban Mech was very small. But they needed something fast. Fast and swift. They realized that the Urban Mech had a 360-degree view. And that it didn't need to move. But they still wanted something fast. So I can kind of like make it kind of get dizzy. So, I mean, it really honestly didn't matter. Because all you have to do is just keep up with it and shoot it. But that's just the head. I mean, if you want to fight with your lasers, the body has to move. But if you want to keep up where it is, you can move its head 360. But there's no lasers on the head. There's no weapons on the head. So that doesn't really do no good. So the Fire Moth is so fast. It's so quick. That it can very easily take down. Let me show you an example. Let me show you an example. Let's take this guy out on a test run. I'll show you an example. How do we do test runs again? I forgot how to do this. It's been so long since I've done test runs. I think you have to go into Mech Lab. There we go, into testing grounds. Now River City. Now I'm going to show you guys what the Urban Mech at that original speed was meant to do. Urban Mech has a 60 horsepower engine. Very slow, very small engine. Now this engine that's in here is stock. This is what the mech comes with. Okay, guys? Comes this engine, standard 60 horsepower engine, very slow. This is all it's meant to do. That's it. It's not meant to assault. It's meant to guard. These things are meant to stay in guard. This thing's not really meant to move. So if somebody comes at them, all they can do is this. See, there's a head. I'm moving the head right now. So if somebody can do that, I can just do this. Now see, I have a laser on my head. I'm twisting the torso. Not the legs, the torso. The torso is doing this. third person camera. Okay, now this is the legs. Okay guys, if I wanted to turn the legs, this is the legs moving now, right? This is the head. This is the legs. This is the head. I mean, you could really, you could do this. You could run away and fire at the same time. I mean, I'd love to see another mech be able to do this. No mech in this game can do this. Someone chasing after you? Fine, defend yourself. Go for it. There you go. You can finally defend yourself and run away at the same time. You can actually defend yourself. That's impressive. If you really know how to play this mech can be very useful. Even though it's slow, it can be useful. Don't forget, it's a light mech. It's got almost no armor. It's very slow. But this has its good points. Someone's following you. Turn it all the way around. Fight back. Turn. Fight back. Turn. Fight back. Now you know straight ahead. So you know you have time, so you can take your time here. You can kind of take your time. You know there's a turn coming up. You go back to here. You'll situate it. See, this is the one thing that Urban Mech is good at. It's good at purposely walking away and firing at the same time. You're never looking for a fight. You're trying to walk away from it. Yeah, that's kind of no fun, but that's what these things excel at. They excel at being able to walk away from a fight and not turn your back. You could just turn your front. Fight while you're walking. So you can put almost no armor on the back. The reason why you're putting no armor on the back and full armor on the front is because you're walking away. Turn your front to them. So your back has no armor, but the back's not facing the enemy. The front is. So, see? I'm able to walk backwards. But unfortunately, I can't see where I'm going. So I have to turn this way. Then fight. Then turn the check. Get lost, of course, and then not know where I'm going and get hit. Okay, and I have no time to turn around here because it's going to be a complicated turn here. So you can either go forward. Probably can make a turn. Make a turn. We don't need to do anything else here. Now let's make a turn here and go here because he's gonna try and go where we went. So now we're not fast, so we have to outsmart him. Go to a place that's complicated and then do something that, well, people don't normally do, which is what we're trying to do. What you really should do in an Urban Mech. Urban Mechs are not fast. They're not supposed to be fast. Now, because you have missiles, if you see somebody doing something, launch a missile from up here. This is the highest point in the battlefield. It's a good retreating area. You can now fire missiles from far away and with nothing impeding your shots. You can launch missiles from way down yonder. Why? Because you have LRMs. That's why. That's 123 meters away. That's 146. That's 150. 177. That building 293. That mountain is 430. That building is 290. 228. 112. That building is 286. 303. That mountain is 2,000 meters away. And that's unlimited. That's infinite. So there's no way these missiles can go infinite. The standard missile length standard. LRM's maximum range, alright? Max range of an ionosphere LRM is 900 meters. That's open shot. You're firing up and over and down. 900 meters max. Nothing in the way. If it's got to go around, up and over, then that's going to reduce the meters down by at least 20 or 30 or 50. So if anything blocking the shot, make sure you go up and over. Otherwise, it's never going to make it. It's never going to hit the target. If you have a straight shot, it can go up to a maximum of 900 meters. A medium range missile, 400 meters. Short range missile, 100, 150. Super short streaks can go a maximum 50. Super short streaks do not need locks. Super short streak missiles do not require missile locks. What you should have the highest grade targeting computer, so that the short streak missiles have a better chance of actually hitting their target that you're pointing at. Because obviously the target's not going to be standing still. The target's going to be moving. So your targeting computer is going to help the missile determine where the target is and where it should go before you fire it. What you're pointing at is what the target is. So obviously the targeting computer is going to give all the information to the missile and then send it out. Call it a smart missile. That's what the super short streak missiles are. They're smart missiles. Now, the only time you want to use super short streak missiles is if you're a light mech and you want to fire on the move and you don't want to have to lock. Because doing a lock's a pain in the ass because you have to wait for it to calculate, wait to see if is the target gonna hit? Is it automatic hit? Is it not gonna hit? I don't know. Wait, we got something. Yep, we got a lock. Go for it. Okay, there we go. If your mech's targeting computer has to come up with a firing solution. Firing solution means it has to leave the mech, travel to the enemy, and hit the enemy and detonate. So the mech's targeting computer, if you even have one in there, the targeting computer, if you have a targeting computer in there, has to determine what the firing solution is going to be and where this mech has to go, where this missile has to go in order to hit the target you want to hit. Now, if you have it locked, the target locked on, and something, let's say we want to hit a missile, let's say we want to hit a mech on the other side of this building, and we have a lock because somebody else spotted them, and they're on the other side of this building. Let's see if we can find a mech. Okay, I'll show you guys what I mean. Let's see. I know these test levels, they have mechs hanging around these test levels all over. So let's see. Now, if you look on the gauge up on the top left to southwest, south, you're gonna see red dots. The red dots are the enemy mechs that have been spotted already. Okay. Now, I didn't spot them. They're automatically spotted because this is test mode. This is just for testing purposes. So they're not showing up on my screen because I'm not within range. I'm not within sensor range of seeing them. So you have to kind of like walk around, pick a direction like south, keep traveling south until something pops up. For me, I'm traveling south-southwest until something pops up on my sensors. You have to pick a direction, north, south, east, or west, and walk in that direction until something pops up in your radar. If you reach the end, turn around and go the other way, or go in another direction. Okay, now we're going to go west. Because south, there's nothing on the south. So now we're going to go west. But nope, we can't go west because there's something here. Do we have jump jets? No, we don't. Okay, you're jumping off a cliff. It's a considerable distance. As soon as you jump off, you will land on your feet. Your legs, as soon as they hit the ground, they will take damage. Okay? Remember, you can only jump off a cliff once, and after that, if you do it again, your mech will blow up because the legs will be unable to hold the weight of the mech anymore. So if you absolutely cannot find a way down, you really need to get down, you can jump off the cliff, but that means you can't do it again. That means you're screwed. So, okay, let's say we want to get down. Say there is no way down. So let's say we're going to jump off this cliff. Luckily, there was a step down. It wasn't a large drop like I thought it was. That was a slight step down. So guess what? We lucked out. That was a step down. There wasn't a large drop. So look at our legs. Our legs, they're safe. Now if we dropped off that, we would drop straight down. That would damage our legs. We dropped off this, we only landed here. If we were up here and we want to drop down, we would have damaged our legs easily. Before you leap off the cliff, always look down. Always look down first. Okay, now we can go south again. Like we intended. We intended on going south, so we're going to go south. Before we were going south, we're going to continue going south until we reach something. Something will pop up eventually. Now remember, any mech that shows up will automatically pop up. We don't have to detect them. We don't have to use sensors. Why? Because this is a test mode. Normally you have to have the sensor arrays equipped. The advanced sensors equipped in order to send something. But we automatically get it. Ours automatically pops up. This is the test mode. We're going southeast now. I still don't see anything on the radar popping up. Looks like we're hitting water. Okay, we're hitting water right now, so it looks like there's nothing going south. So we're gonna go north, I believe. No, west. Okay. So we're gonna go west. We're gonna stick around close to the coast. We're gonna stay close to the coast. Hug around this oil slick over here. Jesus, mother of God. Damage to the environment, you think? Something's on fire. I didn't do it. Don't look at me. Well, I may as well say I caught it. There you go. I do not see any mechs in the sensors. Let's go this way. We can go there. I don't believe this is deep, so let's see. Ah, see that right there? Push the R key. R. Letter R.
Target acquired.
Push the letter R key. And you're going to see information. Top right hand corner of the screen. You're going to see information on the top right hand corner of the screen. It's going to say Hunchback. It's going to say the name of the mech. This is the head. Center torso. Left torso, right torso, right arm, left arm, right arm. Okay, guys? Front. And the rear. Again, same thing. Left, right. It's going to have the mech's name. Weapons that mech. If you have an advanced computer system, like if you have an advanced targeting system or advanced sensors, it will tell you what weapons they have and the status of said weapons. So if they have a Thunderbolt missile, you'll know to be careful of that Thunderbolt missile. It'll say Thunderbolt. Then you know you're up shit's creek if they follow that, if they set up that missile. But if you do not have advanced sensors, this will not show. Now, we have advanced sensors because it says what it has right there. It has an AC-20, two medium lasers, one small laser. Now let's see. He's 400 meters away. The small laser will not reach us. AC-20 will not reach us. The medium lasers will. Now, that LRM we have, that will definitely reach him without a doubt. We can go farther back. Now that we have him locked, we can go farther back and start launching shit at him. In fact, we could light tag him and keep the heat on him with the medium lasers. We could move up and throw everything at him if we want to. Or we could play this. We could play a safe game. We could do this. We could stand here, zoom in, or we could push the V, letter V for Victor, and zoom in. V for Victor. Now, obviously you can see this is a hunchback, right? In a sphere. Obviously this is not the front armor, this is the back. We all know rear armor is thinner. So, weapons are locked. You could fire a missile. So, missiles away. Okay, it did 98% damage. He had 98% armor left. It did damage to his center torso and his right torso. Let's see if... Now it did damage to all three. No matter where you aim, it's going to damage the center torso first. Like if we aim here, still locked onto his center torso, it's going to fire at whatever you locked into. So if you locked onto the left leg, it will hit the left leg first. When I locked onto it, I aimed right for the center torso. So it aimed for the center torso first. So if you continuously hold it onto the right leg, it's going to aim for the center torso because that's what you locked onto. Okay, got it? Whatever you lock onto is very crucial because that's what it's gonna aim for. And if that's not available, it'll aim for whatever's closest to it, which means this stuff. It's gonna go right through this. So if I move here, watch what happens. If I lock onto it and move here, so now I can't see him. Wonderful. So now it sucks because now I can't see him. Jeez. I hate being tiny. Being a small mech sucks because you can't see over things. That's the drawback of being a little guy. There we go. See, now we're looking at his side. We're locking onto his right arm. We locked onto his right arm. Because we locked onto his right arm, we need a clear shot to his right arm. See, right arm's taking damage. But because there's 5 missiles, there's 10 missiles being flying out. It's an LRM 10. So it's not 1 missile, it's 10. So 5 missiles are hitting the right arm. The other 5 are hitting the torso and the center core. 5 are hitting the right arm. Another 5 are hitting the torso and the core. So they're sort of like straddling themselves between the entire back. They're going like this. They're spreading. Instead of concentrating on one part, they're spreading like a scatter shot. Now you can go into the settings and you can train your mech to concentrate the missiles in one area. You can have them scatter the shots like this. You could have the missiles scattered like this so they'll do even damage, or you can have them just do damage overall. So having to do damage overall is really good because honestly, you could be aiming for the right arm, but it will also do damage to everything else. So make everything else weak, which means if they're turning the right arm toward you so that it blows the arm first to keep the center torso safe, the center torso is not going to look good after a while. Because you're pounding that center torso. You're not purposely pounding it. Because the missiles are scattered, they're purposely sending a message to the mech that, hey, you're going to be dead soon, sucker. We got you. We got your number. And there goes the arm. See that right there? Arm's gone. Now the only thing protecting that center torso is that right torso. So now we just keep firing down to right torso. His medium laser. See that? What we did there was we fired it. Now because the right arm was not there to take the damage, we locked onto the right arm. Now the missiles were not concentrated; they were spread out. When in the settings, the skills, I programmed the missiles to spread out, and by doing that, we locked onto the right arm. But because the missiles were programmed to spread out, they hit the torso and the center core. So they were programmed to spread out. Because we did that, the core was so weak that the core just went pop, and the whole mech got destroyed. So how you set the mech up in the skills makes a really big difference in game. The skills are what can make or break a game, your game, period. Now, I locked on to the right arm. Yes, you locked on to the mech, but the center torso was not part of that lock on the second part of it. But I destroyed the right arm. But that right torso was behind the right arm. It should have the missile should have concentrated on that right torso. But the missiles didn't concentrate on the torso because the missiles were not focused. The missiles were spread out. Normally, when you lock onto something, the missiles are focused. Whatever you locked onto. All the missiles in that spread will focus on that one spot and do damage. I programmed my missiles to not focus on one spot, but to spread out and hit everything on the mech in that area, general vicinity. So I want some missiles to hit that arm, some missiles to hit the torso, some missiles to hit the center core. I want the missiles to spread out. So naturally, if you do that, you have to have more missiles shoot out. So that instead of having an LRM 5 that concentrates, have an LRM 10 that spreads out. Have an LRM 20 spreads out even more. This way you'll hit more things and do more damage. Starting to understand? Hopefully you're not sitting there drooling, because this is second nature to me, because I've been playing this game for longer than playing Mobile Tanks, so I'm not really good at it that much anymore. But I can help you. I can help everybody else be good, but me myself, I'm not really that good anymore. I can help everybody else be awesome at this game, but I can't myself be awesome at this game. But that's okay. Now, there's a lot of water over here. You don't see a lot of mechs. I don't see a lot of mechs. Now, turn to face to hopefully get the sensors going. Hopefully get an idea where we're gonna look next. And there's a ramp going up over there. you very easily get up. You jump in the water. Now notice our legs not damaged. Wanna know why? Water. That was a long fall. That was one hell of a fall. The reason why our legs are not damaged because we landed in the water. The water will protect your legs. They'll cushion the fall. Always keep in mind to make sure whatever you're jumping into, you'll be safe. Don't blindly jump. Don't blindly leap off a cliff. Make sure you're leaping off of is soft. Make sure it's not high. If it is high, make sure you're leaping. Make sure you're jumping into something that's soft, like water. Of course, you could drown, but that's a chance you'll take. Trees, who cares? Just run them over. Trees mean nothing in this game. That's just cannon fodder, of course. But of course, you knock over a tree, somebody else will know you're there. Even though they can't spot you, can't detect you because sensors suck, they'll know you're there. So keep in mind, try not to knock too many things over. Try not to do things like this. Be careful with these things, because people will see that they're broken. See, these things can't get damaged, so you're fine. Some things can, so you have to be careful. Like this. Be careful. Try not to knock too many of these things over. Because all it takes is for an enemy to walk by and see this and go, somebody was here. See this right here? They'll walk by. They'll see this and go, somebody was over here. They knocked these over. They must have went that way. So they'll see them being knocked over, and they'll go this way. So you could throw an enemy off by knocking a few trees over, thinking that they knocked the trees over so they can go this way. So then just move this way. Make sure you stay away from here. You're trying to get away from an enemy, of course. If you're trying to look for an enemy, you don't want to knock things over. You want them to be able to find you. So you want to find them. You don't want them to find you. Because you find them, you'll know they're there and you can prepare for it. See, broken stuff like this comes in handy because it gives you a chance to get up onto stuff, especially if you don't have jump jets like we don't. We don't have jump jets. We're unfortunately, we're at the point in our lives where we don't have the luxury of having a jump jet. We're an urban mech. We walk slow and purposefully. What the hell is this? Emergency standby? What is that, air traffic control? I'm curious. Okay, we have 2 trucks here. Now, let me see. Sometimes things can be destroyed and sometimes things can't. Let's say you, by accident, walk into this. It can't be destroyed. That's good for you. This can. Now, if somebody will walk by, see all the stuff knocked over, and they'll go, somebody was here. So be careful what you knock over. Somebody's going to know that, they're going to know somebody was here. This was not unexplored territory. Some things were knocked over. If you see some things destroyed, see, like, you can't destroy that. Like this, we're knocking this over. Let's say we're knocking that over. We're knocking this stuff over here, right? we spot this big man. He's gonna shoot at us.
Target acquired.
First things first. Where's the... When you see a mech like this, where's the pilot? Where's the pilot looking out? Find the glass where the pilot is inside that mech looking at you. Where's the pilot? Pilot is right there. Okay? Your lasers or a gun, shoot here. As much as you possibly can. That's called a tag laser. Now, you're gonna aim for missiles and fire lasers. Fire missiles and lasers with the tag laser still up. At that one spot, it will kill him as quickly as possible. Missiles will concentrate on that one spot and just go. So we had the 2 missiles, the 10 missiles, and the 2 lasers shooting at the cockpit glass, one-shotted with the tag because of the tag laser. Tag laser with 2 medium missiles and 10 long-range missiles right at that cockpit glass. He had no chance in hell. Done. He went down immediately. Didn't take that long. That's how you take somebody down without. Now, this mech, as is right now, if you were to take this mech right now, this mech could, just say this match ended, right? Now, if this match ended right now, as is, and we won, you would get salvage. You would get a bonus C-bills. It would say salvage bonus. C-bills bonus for salvage. Okay, guys. It would have a C-bills equal to the amount of the cost of that mech, the cost of purchasing that mech, minus the amount of damage that you did to it. And that's how much C-bills you will get. So, by you doing the least amount of damage to a mech as possible, and you destroying that mech, or killing the pilot, or destroying the pilot in the mech without damaging the mech at all, you will gain a salvage bonus if only if you win that battle. The objective of the game is to play a game without destroying the mech. The mech has to be still working. In our case, this mech is fully functional. Pilot's dead. Pilot is officially dead, but the mech is fully functional. So your objective is to hit that little tiny piece of glass right there. That's always your objective, because if you can do that, you will get all that you will earn the cost of this whole mech. Brand new mech. It's brand new. The mech is untouched. The mech didn't blow up. It didn't heat up. It didn't take any damage. All you did was take out the glass and the pilot in it. That's it. End of story. The pilot could have ejected. Pilot probably, most likely the pilot did eject. If you're gonna destroy the cockpit glass, the pilot's gonna eject. But most likely, if you're smart, you will twist your torso before somebody does something like that, because nobody's gonna stand there and allow you to hit the cockpit glass. You'd rather take something out. You'd rather something else get taken out first. That's a given right there. Let's find something else. Let me show you guys a little bit more. See if we can find something else here. Maybe I can show you guys a little bit more. Having this mech here, He's so damn slow. I love this mech, but they're so slow. Nuclear power plant? Probably. We came from this direction. I think that's it. I believe that would be the end. I think that's all of them. Okay, let's get out of here. I think that's all of them. So that's the main strategy when you're playing against other people. Aim for the glass first, because if you aim for the glass, you'll get what's called a salvage bonus. In your C-bill count, it will tell you how much more C-bills you earned because the mech is still usable. You don't get that mech. The mech is sold as is, and you get whatever that mech is worth. So now, if you dealt 4 damage to him, and somebody else finished him off, you get a portion of what that mech is worth because you helped, assisted by doing something by doing some damage to that mech. If he dies, you're guaranteed to get something off that kill. He doesn't get all of it. You have to spot them, outright kill them in one shot, outright kill them playing by yourself. Nobody else helping you, you'll get everything that mech is worth, and then some. Now let's go into a battle right now. So now this one's done. That should not be on favorites. Any mech that's finished should not be on favorites unless, of course, they're supposed to be there. Like this. That's supposed to be there. Because that gets us more C-bills. This one is finished. I don't think we should have this here. Yeah, this one's done. This one's not done. Now this one is. This does 36% damage. Not bad. We could keep it around. 5% damage. Although I do like this mech, we don't have to have it in favorites. This one's done. We don't have to have this in favorites. We don't get a really big kickback from it. This one gets a 30% kickback with the 5%. It's a 35%, not just 5%. Alright, so this is 35%. We'll keep this around. This 40%. This is more. This one. This is 35%. We'll keep this around. I think that's it. So all these mechs need to be worked on. So the big priority here is now just to work on any mech. Concentrate on what you have in the drop decks first. How do you do that? Click faction play. Man drop decks. Invasion. Whatever's in here has to be done. Whatever's not done, finish it. All the mechs in the drop decks are done. Everything that's in your drop decks has to be finished. If there's anything that's not done, get it done. Your drop decks are very important. Your drop decks are what you use for the faction play. Your drop decks have to be perfect. Skills have to be perfect. Skills have to be set up. They have to be perfect. You have to know how the mechs play. You have to know what their purpose is. This is clan only. Okay. This is a missile. This is a missile boat. This is a missile boat. That's a missile boat. And that's a missile boat. Obviously, this is a missile boat. These are missile boats. This is an assault. Ionosphere assault. Missile boat. Assault. Assault scout. Assault. These are your scouting mechs. These have to have decent to okay censoring. These have to have exceptional censoring. I have really good sensors in both these mechs. I have excellent sensors in both these mechs. And having sensors in Scout Mech is very important. So you have to have very good sensors in Scouting Mech. Just to make sure I didn't screw them up, which I probably did. I probably screw with them eventually. We're gonna make sure that these guys are okay. So most likely I probably screwed them up as usual. So we're gonna check them just in case. Targeting computer. Now we have a problem with this. What do we need to target with? Missiles you're supposed to target with. Well, we don't have missiles. So that's out. We need sensors. Advanced sensor package. We don't have enough tonnage for the sensor package. That's what we had the targeting computer in. So now something needs to be lightened. We have Beagle Active Probe. Yes, that increases sensor range. What if we take the probe out? You can put the sensor package in. Now we have sensors. Now this is ready for scouting. Perfect. Now, the next mech we had under for scouting missions is this one. Let's check. Nothing. Okay, now let's check advanced sensor package. We don't have enough tonnage. Okay, this has a mask. We need speed. Even though it's the 180, we still need the mask. The mask increases speed, and this thing needs speed, without a doubt. So it has no sensors in it whatsoever. So this is really not a good scouting mech. To be honest with you, this is not very good for scouting mech. So let's see. What if we have... Let's make another scout mech. Let's pick another light mech. Let's pick a light mech and toss that sensor package in it. See what we can do. speed. Okay. What if we use this guy? I was playing around with this guy and I wanted to make him a Speedy Gonzalez. So what if we make him a scouter? He already is a scouter. Advanced sensor package. He has AMS. He had 3 lasers. And he's fast. This could work in our favor. Jump jets. Standard heatsink case. Okay, AMS ammo, standard heatsink. We need a case. Because somebody's going to kill the AMS. And it needs, obviously the AMS has ammunition. Ammunition explodes, so therefore we need a case. These guys are not going to explode. This will. This I'm not worried about, but I will put a case on here anyway because there's nothing in here. I probably will put a case on it anyway just because. This is not mass compatible. So this could be, this actually could be a scouter. We actually could use this as a scouter. Although that smiley face is kind of lame. Probably should make it a little bit more appropriate for scouting. What's going on? How do you change the message of the day? And some people don't know. So it's always good to keep people in the know of what you can and can't do. Some people don't know, you know? Some people really don't realize, you know, what you can and can't do. So it's always a good idea just to, you know, lend some helpful information. So If he's asking me how to do that, I'll have to go into the unit that I have. I'll have to go in. Now, unit. I actually kind of forgot how to change that because I haven't gone into the unit in a long time. I forgot. I think the unit is accessed. This is my unit. The unit info. No. Unit. Don't remember. Unit. I don't remember how to change. I don't remember how to go on the unit. This is what. Now that guy was asking a question: how you change the message of the day in a unit, which is this. He wants to know how to change this. All I know is that I changed this, and I was able to do this daily. I haven't gone into the unit in so long, I actually forgot how to access the whole unit. So it's been so long since I've done that. So, even though it's my unit, I set it up, I forgot how to access it. I think it has something to do with this. I think. I'm not sure. It's been so long since I've been accessed any of this, so I don't even remember how to access it. I believe maybe it has something to do with this over here. I'm not sure. All I know is that's the chat. That's the groups. This is your friends list, your block list. These are alerts that pop up. This is your unit, okay? Now, this is your friends list. Now, there is a way to access the unit stuff, but again, I haven't done that in so damn long. I don't remember. I mean, it's been so long since I've done any of that. So, I mean, here's the inventory, here's achievements. Maybe we'll learn this together. We'll go through all this. There's your drop decks. Okay. Convert XP. I know what this is. You need mech credits in order to use this. Moving on. Statistics. This is going to take us to a browser. We don't want to go there. Stay in game. Leaderboard. Redeem codes. Again, it's going to take us to a browser. If someone gives you a free code to get something for free, you put that code in, push yes, and type the code in. Okay? Title badges. Click that, change the title and the badge. Okay? The badge shows up when you're launching in battles. Title shows up here on your screen, right there. Testing grounds was what we went into before. Academy is for newbies. Or if you're new to the game, push Academy and trains you how to. My screen's blocking it. Hold on. If you're new to this game, if you're ever new to this game, push this and it will go into a training program on how to play the game. Okay, guys? This is what we went into before. This enables you to change this and change the badge that shows up next to your name when you launch in a quick play match. You gain badges through purchasing mech packs and achievements. You gain titles for gaining achievements in factions, clans, and game progress and game achievements. Leaderboard. Leaderboard shows up on the web, and that is the overall statistics of your gameplay. Statistics is basic statistics from your point of view. Only you. Not compared to anybody else. Your statistics. Convert XP converts MC, mech credits to X. Convert your XP to your XP to that mech only to general XP. General XP can be used for any mech you want to. XP, this here, can only be used for this mech. If I want to convert this over to general XP, so any mech can use it, I need mech credits. I need this. This converts this to this. So for example, if I'm trying to level up a mech, and this mech is really taking me forever to level it up, and I want to speed it up, I buy mech credits and just play the mechs I feel like playing. I love playing, but they're done. So I convert all the spare XP over to general XP using mech credits. Then go into that mech, convert those general XP to special points, and use the special points to add more skills. That's one thing you can do. So even though the mech is fully done, it's finished, you could farm XP and convert it over to general XP by simply purchasing mech credits. By clicking this button, right here, you can purchase mech credits right here and convert those mech credits to general XP right here. So you can use this general XP on whatever mech you want. This is only for this mech. So if this mech right now, if I want to add more skills to it, I can, because there's tons of XP here. Unfortunately, we can't. We're maxed out. So we have to use mech credits to convert this. We have to use mech credits to convert the points over. But unfortunately, we don't have any mech credits. And I'm not buying any. So those mech credits, those XP will stay on him. Okay, guys, we've been on for quite a while. So I'm going to say have a good night. I'll see you guys next week. We're going to do a little bit more on this game. So we might do something different. Comment down below what you'd like to see next week. Like, would you like to see more information about this game? Would you like to see more gameplay with this game? Would you like to see more gameplay or information on other games I've played? Would you like to see me jump in another game? Drop it all into the comment down below. Drop it into the comment box down below. Like and subscribe to the channel, please. Everyone have a very nice day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. I answer any and all comments that you guys drop to me. Please, I beg you. like, subscribe, share the videos, do whatever you have to. Alright, thanks guys. Have a great day. We'll see you guys next week. Don't forget, every Sunday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, I'm live. On this channel, I'm live every Sunday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Be there if you want to see me live and want to chat live. I'll see the chat right there. The chat will pop up right there on my screen to my right hand side. Pop on the right hand side. Now, if you pop on the live stream, I'll be able to see you guys there. So as soon as you guys chat to me, I'll see it right there and I'll be able to respond to you guys. So when you guys are live, I'll see you guys there. I'll see you guys right there. So so it helps to go on live broadcast. Because when you comment down below during the live broadcast, I'll be able to see your chat and respond to you live. So I mostly try to do the discussions and the initial stuff. When I first did a review on this game, I didn't go over this stuff when I went over tonight. Even though this is going to be under Let's Play, not going to be on the game reviews. I might do it on the game updates, maybe, but this is not an update. This is just basic information. So technically this should be, it's not a game review, not a game update. So technically this should be under Let's Play. So probably what's it gonna go under. So I'll just put under Let's Play discussions about MechWarrior Online. Tips and tricks. That's what this will go under. So it'll be under Let's Play, but that's what this will say. So no gameplay, just discussions, tips, tricks, and otherwise. Anyway, have a wonderful night, guys. See you guys later. See you guys next week. Have a good one.